morning and welcome to the Misano Grand Prix. We're live from the Romagna Riviera, cradle of Italian biking on one of the most famous circuits in the World Motorcycling Championship. In a few moments we'll move to the main straight to watch the start of the MotoGP race. After a long weekend, the race is finally about to start. We're on the starting grid where the engineers are completing their checks before the start. The sun is shining and temperatures are within the seasonal average. A medium rear tyre is enough to get you through the race in these temperatures. It's a different story for the front, which needs a harder tyre.
So your San Marino Grand Prix grid sees Jorge Martin launched from pole position ahead of his Maverick Vinales is in P4, KTM wildcard DANI Pedrosa is beside Aleix Espargaro in the second row. While completing your grid is Franco Morbidelli, Takaki Nakagami, Fabio Di Giannantonio, Joan Mir and Paul Espargaro.
The lights are about to go out. Pecco Bagnaia is starting on the front row thanks to the pole position taken yesterday. All hell will break loose in a few moments. We are set to go here, Misano. It's full throttle, lights out, and we are going. San Marino is a superb launch from that 10th MotoGP pole from Jorge Martin. He leads the way, just as he did in the sprint yesterday. Marco Bezzecchi's got away well too. Bagnaia didn't get a good start. Pedrosa has a moment there on the rear as he squeezed the power on towards turn 2. He was briefly in third place, but Pedrosa back in P4 where he started.
Pedrosa had a fantastic start. I thought he was going to high side there through turn 2, but he is back into fourth place where he finished the sprint yesterday. That looks like Brad Binder siding through at the inside of Maverick Vinales. Binder hasn't fallen short where he did yesterday by getting a false start. He's away well this time, straight up into fifth.
He bars his way through the pack yesterday, didn't he? They picked their way through the flares that went off pre-race. Can barely find out who it is. I'm thankful that Pecco Bagnaia's got the bright yellow Ducati out there today, because vision not really easy, is it? As they pick their way through. Martin leads, Bagnaia then in second place. We're right on board with the world champion through Tramonto for the first time. Bezzecchi in third place. Marc Marquez, he's already up into 8th spot on the factory.
Maverick Vinales, Binder hasn't fallen short where he did yesterday by getting a false start. He's away well this time, straight up into fifth.
He barged his way through the pack yesterday, didn't he? They picked their way through the flares that went off pre-race. Can barely find out who it is. I'm thankful that Pecco Bagnaia's got the bright yellow Ducati out there today, because vision not really easy, is it? As they pick their way through. Martin leads, Bagnaia then in second place. We're right on board with the world champion through Tramonto for the first time. Bezzecchi in third place. Marc Marquez, he's already up into 8th spot on the factory Honda.
Really good start from Miguel Oliveira. He's up 3 into 7th place, just ahead of the Marquez brothers. Aleix Espargaro is 10th. He's lost 4 places off the line, so 4 starts for the 2 factory Aprilias. Aleix Espargaro has actually dropped behind Luca Marini now into 11th. Bagnaia, who we know is so good on the brakes, and he carries a tighter line there than Martin, who goes slightly wide into 4 and 5. Martin really backing up the world champion early on.
Stunning onboard footage this, isn't it, between Martin and Bagnaia. They power down and they'll just click 6th gear briefly onto that Red Bull bridge. It's Marco Bezzecchi into Quercia corner. Bezzecchi goes through. Well, he put that mistake at turn 10 behind him on the previous lap very quickly, did Marco Bezzecchi. He then hits second place.
Beautiful move that from Bezzecchi, although he's gone hot again for the second lap in a row into Tramonto. So all that hard work that he did, he thought was a brilliant move on the brakes into Quercia. He's now going to make that move all over again.
Oh, he's going to be kicking himself in the inside that helmet right now, Marco Bezzecchi, because it was a beautiful move to get into that second place on Pecco Bagnaia on the brakes in the turn number 8. Not an easy place to overtake there. So easy to just running that little bit hard, and it all went wrong 2 corners later. Although he's immediately once again got straight back onto the rear tyre of Bagnaia.
Talk about the contrast from one Sunday to the next for Aleix Espargaro. He's down in 13th place at the moment. A shocking afternoon so far for the factory Aprilia man, who didn't get the start. Lost places on that first lap from the second row of the grid. He's getting started 6th in this race. Aleix Spargaro is in 13th. He's in a battle with the two Frenchmen. Joan Zarco ahead of him in 12th, and Fabio Quartararo just behind him 14th.
And this is Quartararo's problem. He's probably got the better speed than Aleix Spargaro, and they're pretty ahead of him, but he just can't find a way through. Here's a replay then of Aleix Spargaro's botch start, it looks like. We're on board with the double Catalunya winner last weekend. Yeah, did not get away well at all, did he, on that RSGP? Immediately swallowed up. Oh, Brad Binder's crashed out. Brad Binder is coming from our screens. We're looking at this replay. Brad Binder has crashed out of 4th place. That was the big rear tyre slide for Dani Pedrosa, which checked up the field behind him. He made a really good start, hadn't he? We still look at these replays as there's contact there between Bagnaia and Berkecki, but Brad Binder has crashed out of 4th place. Jack Miller's going to track them this morning, so we'll try and find out then what happened to the South African Brad Binder. We just saw, didn't we, on the previous lap, Martin Bagnaia and Berkecki picked up their speed, going to the 131s. It was just too hot for Binder to handle.
Turn 14, there it is, into turn 14. The yellows briefly came out in the 4th sector just before we're into that replay to show you what happened with Aleix Spargaro and Brad Binder crashing out of the race. So any hopes of a KTM podium now once again rest on the shoulders of Dani Pedrosa, who is matching the race leaders for pace, but he's 2 seconds off the back of the leading trio.
Yellow flags.
Yeah, KTM's after this just got worse, Matt, because it was Jack Miller and Michele Pirro who were plummeting down the order. They were running together in 14th, 15th and 16th, and there you can see both bikes there on the outside of turn 4. That was where Jack Miller crashed out here last year, and he's gone down with Michele Pirro. So both of the factory KTM's down on consecutive laps.
Yeah, caught him in that as well was Fabio Di Giannantonio, wasn't he? We just caught the back end of that. It looked like maybe Miller was ahead of Pirro on circuit. We won't apportion blame until we've seen the full into that one. What is not up for dispute is that both of them are out of this Grand Prix. A bit of a disastrous day for KTM, to say the least. Upholding their one now is the wild card, the old warhorse himself, Dani Pedrosa, in 4th place. Berkecki, though, is starting to threaten this 2nd place, isn't he? He was really strong there coming into turn number 14, the first gear 14. Turn 16 now they come towards, and Berkecki looks like he may well be able to ease on through Bagnaia very, very quickly.
Yeah, Martin's pulled the pin in this one. The lead now almost 2 seconds as they cross the line. 31.9 for Martin, and that was a noticeable drop in pace from Bagnaia last time around. He did a 132.8. That is his slowest lap, I think, of this whole Grand Prix so far. Pedrosa behind him did a 32.7, so he's taken a 1/10 of a second out of the pair ahead of him. So the dreams of a podium aren't necessarily gone yet for Dani Pedrosa, even if the win might well be a bridge too far for Dani. But just to tell you how slow Bagnaia is now going, Miguel Oliveira is just in his personal best in 7th place, half a second quicker than the rider we're looking at.
Superhuman effort though this, isn't it, by the world champion? He is going to surrender that 2nd place. There's nothing he can do to resist it. Berkecki pinches the inside line going through turn 8 to keep himself in 2nd place for as long as he did, to keep himself on Jorge Martin's exhaust pipes for as long as he did, was a Herculean effort, wasn't it, by Bagnaia? Absolutely riding above and beyond the call of duty. He will see his lead though shrink to 36 points. Going into the Barcelona Grand Prix a week ago, it was 66, wasn't it? So Jorge Martin inflicting maximum damage in terms of the championship. Look how quickly, having got through on Bagnaia, Berkecki is just clearing off here. It's a career best result coming in for Raul Fernandez. You can see in the background there, he's about to attack Marc Marquez late on here. Marquez, as you'd expect, is running out of rear grip on that soft rear tyre, because all of a sudden Raul Fernandez and Luca Marini are right on his case. He looks like he might be a bit of a sitting duck here, Marquez. Just no edge grip, no grip to stop him going into the corners, no drive grip as well. Surely it's a matter of time before Raul Fernandez and Marini find a way through on the 8 times world champion. Yeah,
Marini's especially the rider with the late race pace here. I think he might make quick work of the pair of these up ahead of him. And of course, we're in the sector of light where Marini will have that extensive knowledge and ability to put that Ducati exactly where he wants it into turn 14 then. When they come across the line, then there will be just a couple of laps to go as we watch the 93 leading the 25, leading the 10. Up behind them is Alex Marquez. You can see it in the background on that iconic Fausto Grassini tribute livery. He's got Alicia Spargo for company. That's the battle for the final place in the top 10.
Pedrosa back in the 131s late on here. A 131.999 from Pedrosa means he's just 0.2 of a second behind Pecco Bagnaia with 2 to go here in Misano. We're following the battle with Marquez, Ralph Fernandez and Marini. But it's game on here for this podium battle. You can see there Pecco Bagnaia on the left-hand side of your screens. That is the closest that Dani Pedrosa has been. Is he mounting a late charge here? Is he going to inflict late heartache on Pecco Bagnaia? Bagnaia, we know, is probably the best defensive rider in MotoGP. He's so hard to overtake. He's so good on the brakes, but it looks like he's just running out of rear grip himself here. This is the gap then. Bagnaia is being told that there's nothing between him now and Dani Pedrosa. Look at the corner speed that Pedrosa has, the edge grip that Pedrosa has on that carbon fibre chassis KTM. Bagnaia, there could be some crushing late heartache coming here. He's worked so hard for this home podium, but the pressure coming from Pedrosa.
Well, the issues we've seen from Bagnaia in this race so far have been out of corners. We saw the moment there out of turn 14 a couple of laps ago. He had that problem coming out of turn 10 earlier on as he desperately tries to get that bright yellow Ducati stopped into turn 14. There will be 1 lap to go once they complete these 2 left-handers. Can Dani Pedrosa finally solve the Pecco Bagnaia puzzle? He couldn't solve it in the sprint yesterday. He's got 1 more lap to try and snatch a first MotoGP podium for quite some time.
4.2 kilometres then stand between Pecco Bagnaia and a superhuman effort to take a home podium here, and Dani Pedrosa completing a fairy tale for the factory KTM team. They come through turn 3 then. Pedrosa still not close enough. This is one of the overtaking hotspots gone into turn 4, into Rio. So now it's all about using that superior edge grip that he has to try and just close in on Bagnaia. Out of turn 6 they come, and Pedrosa's going to be nowhere near enough to attack him on the brakes into turn 8 as well.
As predicted, Luca Marini has made his way past both Ralph Fernandez and Marquez, so Marini now up into 7th place, although just as I say that, he's lost those places back again. No problems really on the plate of Jorge Martin right now, although his lead has come down to 1.4 seconds. The focus is all on this battle. Bagnaia versus Pedrosa. Pedrosa really needs a good run here through 11, 12 and 13 to be closer to 14, but I'm not sure he is close enough.
Pecco Bagnaia is the footballer coming to park in the bus, isn't he? 11 men behind the ball. He defends so brilliantly. He did it in the sprint yesterday against Pedrosa. He did it 8 days ago in the sprint against Maverick Vinales. It looks like he is going to hang on to a really hard-fought and hard-earned podium here to limit the damage in terms of the championship. He is going to hold off Dani Pedrosa, who's throwing everything at him, but here comes Jorge Martin out of the final corner. Martin is the Misano maestro in MotoGP. He completes the dream double victory. He won the sprint yesterday from start to finish. He wins the Grand Prix. Live coverage where the 3 podium finishers have just arrived. The winner is over the moon and is rightly indulging in celebrations with his team members. Here we are live for the closing ceremony of the Grand Prix. The 3 riders on the podium right now gave us a great race. Now they can enjoy the adulation of the crowd. The riders are enjoying their lap of honour with the crowd applauding them. Let's take the opportunity to watch this MotoGP race final ranking together.